Hi everyone, I'm back again today to show you how I do this 50s sort of curly, wavy down style. Hopefully you guys will find this really helpful. I've had quite a few people asking me how I do this one. It's really good for when you've got to be up in the mornings, because most of the time I just set it, wrap it up and I sleep on it, and in the morning you just push it out. So I hope you guys like this video and let me know. Thank you. So to start off, you're wanting to have day old hair, or a couple of days old hair ideally. Mine had been curled the day before. It just takes better. So I gave my hair a spray with heat protectant and I'm just giving it a brush through. Once I've finished brushing my hair through, I then take a section of hair at the crown of my head, what is basically my fringe area, and I pin that back and come back to that later. So then I take my 3/4 of an inch curling iron and I start to do the curls around my head. So what I do is I just pick any side, it doesn't really matter, and I take about 1 inch sections and I pin curl them flat to my head. I do them flat because I mainly do this style when I'm about to sleep on it. You could do stand-up pin curls, it would probably turn out a bit more voluminous, but this is just how I do it and it seems to work out fine for me. When doing this style, I roll the curls in towards my face, so you can see how I'm holding the curling iron and how it's sideways on and parallel to my head, as opposed to rolling the curl downwards and underneath. Once that I feel the curl has heated through, this is usually about 8 to 10 seconds, I then just gather the curl up, as you can see, and I roll it up and pin it to my head to cool down. If she walks by, the men folk getting grow. If she waits an eye, red lights turn to toe. If she got a lot of what they call the mo, the girl can't help it, she was born to please. And if she's got, I then repeat this process until I reach the back of my head. The girl can't help it. It's mesmerizes every mother's son. If she smiles, these things become well done. If she make grandpa feel like 21, the girl can't help it, she was born to please. And if I go to her home beneath, won't you kindly be aware that I can't help it? Cause I'm hoping, obviously, that someday the answer will be. So I repeat this process for this side of my head. As you can see, pin curls are quite uniform and they're in rows. And this is what the whole side of my head looks like when I'm finished with that side. So then I can repeat the process on the other side of my head. Once you have repeated that process all around to the back of your head, I then start and just curl my fringe. So what I do is I like to take 3 sections and just curl them away from your parting. Once you have curled your fringe, you then give your hair a quick spray of hairspray and then wait for it to cool down. So once it's cooled down, I then start taking out all of the clips very carefully, making sure not to pull any of the hair. And when I let the curls go, I just run my fingers through and just mould them into the general direction of which I'd like them to sit. If she got a lot of what they call the mold, So to start brushing the curls out, I then take a thick bristled brush. This is my backcombing and or smoothing brush that I'm using here. It smooths hair really well, so I use that to just basically brush out the curls and start moulding them with my hands. So as you can see, I use my thumb to twist the curls around and give the shape that I'd like. To help with giving the curls a unified look, I backcomb at the tips of the hair, so I brush it under, as you can see, and then I'd give it a quick backcomb, which seems to just give it a bit more volume and a bit more hold to the hair. A little thing that I like to do is I like to take my curling iron, and then when it's still hot I like to press it into my hair where the wave is forming, and I find that this just makes the wave more defined and deeper. Once you have the waves defined where you'd like them, I then just place a couple of crocodile clips on there just to keep the shape in place whilst I style my fringe. And here you can see just the back of my head and how it's looking when I've nearly done brushing it all out. Don't be afraid to actually really brush your hair, because if you've done a good enough curl set it will keep all the shape in, and using that curling iron barrel to really define the waves really works for me. So I'd give that a try if you haven't already. So this is pretty much the style finished. I like to style it with flowers and or a hair bow, depending on how I'm feeling that day. So that's all there really is to it. I hope you found this tutorial interesting and helpful, just by seeing how I do it. Try out the tip with the curling iron in your waves and see if that helps, and let me know. I'd love to have some feedback on this. So thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you soon.